Hi, my name is Rob Houghton. I'm President, CEO of Management Recruiters of Fairfax. We're the largest executive search firm in the Washington, D.C. area, specializing in insurance. I want to talk to you about Julie and Corey. We just finished a project with them, rebuilding our website, redoing logos, and I can't be happier. They were awesome to work with. They're very patient. I'm a guy that's a businessman, a visionary, but one thing I don't know anything about is websites, logos, branding. So I really needed some expertise. I typically use large firms in Chicago, New York, or LA to do my marketing, but I went with these guys because when I first interviewed them, there was something about Corey and Julie that I really liked. They had that spark, they were funny, didn't take themselves too seriously, and based upon some referrals I had, that they do a great job. So some of the things I liked about Julie and Corey was, they come up with a clear plan with deliverables. They executed against it. They're always available to answer all my questions, whether it was 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock on the East Coast. I called Corey one time. He was watching an NFL football game, and he dropped everything to help me. Really appreciate that. So these guys are not your Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, big marketing shop on Madison Avenue, New York. They are very, very responsive. And they have some great ideas on how to make my business much more successful. I love the logos. I mean, it's just incredible working with them through the creative process. They constantly gave me really good feedback. We're never afraid to offer constructive criticism, particularly Julie. She's really good at what she does, and she would say, "Hey, Rob, I don't like this. What about this?" And it was always a great idea. So they launched actually 3 YouTube channels for me, redid my entire website. Julie was pretty much on a creative process, and Corey executed on the website. Corey's amazing. He's a great programmer. He worked with my vendors, who typically charge me for this sort of consulting, but Corey is so good at what he does and so likable as a human being that my vendors actually told me afterwards that, Rob, we were going to charge you, but the guy was such an awesome dude to work with. We just worked with him, There were no surprise costs. They gave me a price. That's what it was. I can tell you they did a hell of a lot more than what was in the original scope of work, and never even hinted at a change order or an overcharge. I really appreciate that because I tend to be a high maintenance guy. I demand a lot of things. And the other thing is they showed a lot of levity, really kept it real. We had a lot of fun. They're hard workers 24/7, like I said, but they have fun. They have great sense of humor. I genuinely really enjoyed working with them as an organization, and I suspect I'll be seeing them again. And on a final note, Julie did a great job on the YouTube. To be honest with you, I didn't know anything about YouTubes, didn't know anything about podcasting, didn't know anything about websites, and now I feel like with their instructions, which is very important, they gave me a set of instructions on how to follow, how to edit, how to load things, with of course their support. But I know how to do this stuff myself now, which gives me a great feeling of empowerment. So again, great team. I'd highly recommend them to work on any of your projects. They're wonderful people and even greater professionals. So if you want to get something done, you want to get it done right, on time, within the budget, Corey and Julie are the ones to use. I would highly recommend them.